Hey guys, welcome back to Flat Tire Farm. Today we're going to make pickled turnips. It's definitely raining out here, but it is time to pick some of these turnips for our project today. So hopefully I don't get too wet. I'll take you with me. Now just a week ago we had our first harvest. Look how big this is. This is huge for us. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me pick through all these and I'll meet you back in a bit. Okay, we didn't do too bad. Let me get these rinsed off. We'll bring them inside. Okay guys, we got our turnips inside. You'll have to forgive the pressure canner. It's canning radish greens. I'm going to do an experiment on that and see how that goes. But the way that we need to get these prepped up now is we're going to cut the roots off and the stems. Those I'm going to put in the pig bucket for the pigs. If you have a compost bucket or chickens, you could throw that those parts to them. Now for these big leaves, I could can more greens, although I don't think I'm going to really like that very much. But what I'm going to do instead is, here's one I already did. I cut the stem out of the middle of the leaf, and this stem is going to go to the pigs or wherever. And then I'm going to save this big leaf, and I'm going to somehow lay it flat in a cookie sheet or something and freeze it like that, so that when I make lasagna or shepherd's pie, I can lay that in the dish, and I don't have to waste the greens, and I don't have to eat them canned, which I'm pretty sure is not going to be my favorite way. Anyways, let me get this pile at least broken down a little bit, and then we'll come back when we have workable turnips. Okay, we got things mostly cleaned up around here. I got this little basket of leaves that I'm gonna freeze. I'll rinse them and deal with them later. We're not dealing with them right now because this is about pickled turnips, right? Right. Looks like we got 9 turnips. I did have 10, but one is in the pig bucket because it was yucky in the middle. We got a little bit of pig food. They already got a junk ton of radish greens today. So we have a big bucket for the goats. We'll see if the goats will eat it. Maybe at the end I'll take you out and we'll feed that to the goats and bottle feed the baby goats. Okay, we're gonna peel these turnips just like you would a potato. And I'll get one all peeled up and cut and put in a jar. I'll show you that. And then I'll do all the rest off camera because you don't want to watch me peel 9 turnips. I'm sure you got better things to do today. So I'll be fast. There's a little yuck there, so we're just going to cut that off. Okay, all this is going to go for the pigs. All right, so you want to cut these about the size of steak fries. So maybe like 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch. And they can be long or short. They just have to be able to fit in your jar. Now, I have these wide mouth jars. And so that'll fit just fine. If you leave them a little bit thicker, they'll be a little crunchier. Let's see if we can get that to sit sideways. There we go. They won't get so mushy in the canning process. All right. So I'll get all these cut up, fill up our jars, and then we'll show you what happens next. Okay, we have our turnips stacked in there pretty good. I did leave a little bit of room. You could jam it full more if you want. I'll probably wait till the end, and then if I have a couple extra pieces, I'll shove it in the different jars. I have beets here. We're just going to cut one up, I think. They're not my beets. I wish they were. They came from the store because beets are not ready yet here. So get those guys out of the way. And you don't have to use beets, but I want them to be like those hot pink Middle Eastern turnips. So that's what we're doing. So we're going to get that peeled, yada yada. Okay, peels to the pigs. Purple hands. All right, and we're just going to put a couple little slices in this jar. So, shove them in there. There we go. Okay, now we need a clove of garlic. Doesn't have to be fancy or chopped, just don't have the little papery skin stuff on it. Okay. What else do we need? A bay leaf. I'm gonna get all my spice stuff purple, aren't I? That's okay. I'm gonna do a bay leaf, some coriander. Let's see. We're gonna do half a teaspoon of coriander. We're gonna do a tablespoon of salt. Well, like not a tablespoon, a teaspoon. Teaspoon of salt. Okay. And then I'll get all these jars filled up and I'll meet you back in a minute. Okay, we ended up with about 7 jars. I did save 1 turnip out for Mr. Reeve and I to have salad, and those beet greens from that beet we're gonna save for our salad for tonight. So we have everything in here except the liquid portion. The liquid portion's really easy. It's just 50-50 water and white vinegar. And Mr. Reeve likes red pepper flakes in everything that we own. So in a couple of them, I'm just gonna put a pinch of red pepper flakes. I don't know, maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon. Okay, so now I'm gonna get some brine heated up 50-50, like I said, water and vinegar. I figure each jar is gonna take about a cup of liquid. So that's where I'm gonna start. We'll see how it goes. All right, we got our brine nice and hot. I also got the water bath canner running. You're gonna wanna put enough water in your water bath canner that when you put the jars in, the hot water will be 1 inch or 2 over the lid of the jars. So for these, we're just gonna put this in here. We're gonna give it a 1/4 inch of headspace. If you need a little point of reference for how much 1/4 of an inch is, especially when it comes to headspace in a jar, on this jar you have the whole body of the jar, and then there's this ring that goes all the way around the jar, and it's below where you screw the lid onto. Now this ring here that goes all the way around, this solid ring, is 1 inch below the top of the jar. So if you need to do a 1/2 inch, you just do half of that space. If you need a whole inch of headspace, you use all the way to that line. If you need a 1/4 inch of space, just do 1/4 of that distance between the top of the jar and that ring. Or you could use a measuring tool, and that's fine too. Now I estimated that we needed a cup of liquid for every one of these jars. We have 7 pints, so I needed 7 cups of liquid, so I put 3½ cups of water and 3½ cups of vinegar, because remember we're doing a 50-50 mix. Okay. I think we might be just perfect. Now remember, there was those 3 that we put the red pepper flakes in. I'm just going to write on the lid with a Sharpie marker. I'll put an X or something on it so that I know which ones are hot, because it'll probably be pretty hard to tell once we get everything canned up. We ended up with just a little bit left, but surely not too much. If in the event we didn't have enough brine, you could make another 50-50 mix and dump it in your jars, and that would be fine. Or you could just add vinegar to top off what you needed if you only needed a little bit. I wouldn't add water if you needed to top it off, because you need the acidity of the vinegar to make the water bathing and the shelf stability of these jars and this food to be safe. In good measure, you should take a paper towel and run it along, get it wet and run it along the rims of all the jars. But in real life, I don't always do that. I just make sure that all of my jars are clean. If I was doing soup or something that has lots of particles and is gooey, I might really make sure I did that. But this is vinegar and water. Like, it isn't a big deal. As long as there's no salt or spices or turnip pieces on these rims, it's perfect, okay? But in a perfect world, you would get a little paper towel and you get it when you wipe all the rims off. But I'm not doing that. Okay, so before I forget, let me mark the ones that are going to be the spicy ones. Otherwise, we might not end up with a very fun surprise in the end. Okay, so you want to put the lids on finger tight. So what that means is you're going to take your 2-part canning lid. You're going to take the flat part, which is called the lid. You put it right on the rim of your very clean jar. You're going to want to tighten it finger tight, which means you spin it till it just starts to catch, and then you turn it 1/8 of the turn of the jar more. Okay? Okay, I got all my spicy ones on there. I'll get the rest of these lids on, and I'll see you at the water bath canner. You can already see those beets are leaching their color into the jars. Isn't that pretty? They're going to be a hot pink when we're done. I'm kind of excited about that. All right, so the water bath canner's not all the way hot yet, but we're putting the jars in there. We'll just let it keep heating up. I'll probably have to put a little bit more water in here because I stole some of the hot water for the pressure canner. It's time too deep for my fingers now. Most people use a jar lifter, which you can do that. I don't like them. I like to have a little bit more control and handle on my jars, so I use these rubber heat-proof gloves. Get the rest of these in here. Oh, looks like we just need maybe a tiny bit of water, not too much. When I test the water of how much is in the water bath canner and do I have enough, I'll show you. So imagine this jar was in the water bath canner. I stick my finger on the lid like that. If it goes to my first knuckle or above it, then I know it's enough. And that is not enough. I need about 1/2 inch more. So I'm going to get a little bit more water in here. I'm going to turn it on high and get it to boil. As soon as it starts boiling, I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. When the timer beeps, I'm going to turn it off, let it cool for a minute or two, and pull the jars out. That way they don't get overbaked. And then I'll see you back, and we'll see what it looks like, and then we'll go feed the babies. Okay, our timer went off. It's been a couple minutes. Let's see how we did. Oh, that looks cool. Look at. Now we're going to let these sit for a couple of days before we eat them. Because we water bathed them, they're going to be good. They'll be good nutritionally for 2 years on the shelf. But texture-wise, they're probably only going to be good for about 6 months. We're going to eat these just like we eat regular pickles as side dishes, chopped up in salads, chopped up in pasta salad. And hold on just a sec, we'll go feed the babies. Mr. Reeve just got home, so we're going to go feed the baby goats bottles, and we'll feed the big goats all those leaves and scraps that we made today. And we have a little bit of goat baby news. Don't be mad. The babies know you're home, Mr. Reeve.
I see that.
They hear Mr. Reeve coming up the driveway even. So funny. They're like the watchdog. All right, Mr. Reeve, who do you have here?
I have...
Okay, 2 babies.
Yeah, I barely got that bottle in my fingers.
You need help?
Nah.
Okay. Who do you got?
I have this beautiful little girl up top. Is Fern. She finally has a name.
Yay, Fern!
Fern. And this little girl here is Lucy.
Yeah, and the goat that sounds like it's dying is Cooper. He just wants a snack. He sounds horrible. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, Mr. Reeve. Before the Mr. Reeve Baby Goat Fan Club is mad at me, tell me about the babies.
It wasn't just you, it's me.
What?
I'm okay not keeping all the baby goats.
Oh. All right, so where'd they go?
So, Lucy's sister, Ethel, aka or now named Rosie, and Fern's brother, who is now named Samwise, are at a wonderful new home in Palmer. How far is Palmer? Hour and a half away? Hour away?
Hour and 15.
And they just went this weekend, and those folks have a great YouTube channel. Their channel is called Rustic by Nature. They have very cool videos, woodworking videos. They built a really cool pallet greenhouse. They've got good chicken videos. There's a cool story about Pirate the rooster. At any rate, they will probably have baby goat videos now. So by all means, check out their channel. We'll leave a link in the description.
Okay, Mr. Reeve, do we just willy-nilly adopt baby goats out?
No. We need to make sure that they're going to a good home, and we're good about that. And we won't sell a single goat unless you already have a goat herd.
Why? Why can't you sell one baby goat by itself, Mr. Reeve?
Because they can't be alone. That's not nice.
That's right. Oh, there's Steve.
They're very happy
Hi, Steve-o.
herd animals. Hi, buddy. Steve wants me to milk, so he gets his milk.
Oh, he gets a little snack when
He'll
you
follow
milk.
me around until after milking time.
Oh, yeah. It's not time. Oh.
Hey, it's empty. You can't have all the milk in the world. She is full. Don't let her fool you. She will make her tummy pop if I let her. No, you're fine.
Oh, goodness. All right. Okay, Mr. Reeve, are these babies staying here?
These babies are staying here.
Yep, they're our forever goats. Yeah.
All right, Lucy, come here. We got, no, see,
all right,
that's Fern's bottle.
I'm going to go feed the big goats. Well, I was going to feed them, but apparently they're just going to take good care of it on their own. We'll put it in the goat feeder so everybody can get some. There you go, ladies. Yeah. Oh, you need help? Oh, goodness. Hold on, I'll help you. What is happening?
I don't know.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh
my gosh, hold on.
She backed up there.
Okay. Let me get her.
Lucy, ow. She has some splaining to do.
Oh my gosh. Okay, come on, baby.
My shoulder didn't want to go back like that.
Hi, baby.
She kept moving backward every time I reached up there to get her.
As always, thanks for joining us on Flat Tire Farm. If you want to help us out with our channel, share videos you like, comment on videos. I always answer all the comments back. Don't forget about that. If you like the video, like it. And if you're not subscribed but you want to be, subscribe. And we'll catch you on the next one. Okay, Mr. Reeve, are you ready to try the pickled turnips?
Yeah.
They're pink.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I understand. You don't want to spill. Good job.
These things look awesome.
Here, let's show everybody.
They're so awesome. Look at that color.
That's so neat. Here, let me see the side of the jar. Ooh, ah.
Ooh.
Okay, there you go.
No double dipping?
Don't you even think about it. Look at that.
Look at
That's so crazy.
It's so cool. You gotta come getting close.
Okay.
You can see the little veiny kind of business on the turnip. Isn't that cool?
Neat. Okay.
Now I can eat it?
Yeah, you can eat it. Ooh, they're crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Still pretty turnipy.
Pretty turnipy?
Yeah, they need to go a little bit. That's gonna be good.
They need to sit a little longer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many days do you think it needs to sit?
I think a week. Give it a week.
Oh, okay.
I think. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, honey.